Keep moving, got to keep on moving on. Keep going on, got to keep on moving on.
All can make it
In life,
you got to
move
get
on.
focused.
Keep on moving,
Sky
move
is the
on.
limit.
You got to get there, keep moving, keep marching on.
You can make it
In life,
you got to
move
get focused.
Keep on moving,
Sky
move
is the
on.
limit.
You got to get there, keep moving, keep marching on.
Keep on moving.
Keep moving, keep marching on.
Welcome to Able Differently, a program where we entertain, educate, empower each other, especially on persons with disabilities. Therapy plays a key role in the life of children born with different conditions.
Today on the show, we look at the role therapy plays in the life of children with disabilities. I am your host, John Muriuki.
I'm Ruth Mweni. Karibuni.
Keep moving, keep marching on.
Quincy was born normally, but at the age of 4, he fell sick. He was taken to hospital and it was discovered that he held mild autism. Therapy has helped him recover a lot. Take a look.
I gave birth to Quincy in a normal way. When he was growing up, he was a normal boy. No complications, no nothing. When it reached a time for him to sit, he just sat well. Everything else like a baby, he was doing well. He walked well, and then he started talking at the age of 1.5. And then actually he started calling everything Cuckoo. So they even nicknamed him Cuckoo in the where we lived. So when he reached like 2.5 years, he was sick.
Quincy is the second born in a family of 3 siblings. His birth was a blessing and it brought a lot of joy to the family. As days turned into years, Quincy fell sick. At the onset, his parents thought this is an ordinary disease that would go away with time, but instead it got worse. This compelled them to seek for medical attention at the Kenyatta National Hospital.
We talked to his parents and we decided, no, let's go to Kenyatta and just go and confirm if there's any problem with our son, because initially my mother visited me, and then from the way my son was behaving, she told me that your son might be having a condition known as autism. And to me, I didn't know anything about autism. I had never heard anything about autism. So I was like, what is autism? She told me, no, you just go to the doctor, just maybe to prove me wrong. So we decided, we went to Kenyatta. That is in 2012. That is when we went to Kenyatta. We went to Kenyatta Hospital. We went and saw a doctor. That is when the doctor told us Quincy has a condition that is called autism.
Quincy was placed under therapy which would help him recover. While his parents were ensuring Quincy was well, neighbors never stopped to talk.
The doctors told us, okay, what will help him is speech therapy and just watching what he eats. You just put him on diet. There are so many neighbors who are telling us maybe, okay, by the time we realized Quincy had a problem, we were staying in a 1-bedroom house. So luckily the father was promoted and we moved to a 2-bedroom house. So they were saying that actually what we did, we took our son for sacrifice so that we can be rich. But unfortunately he didn't die. Others were telling us, oh, maybe he was bewitched. They were telling us so many things.
Quincy's father passed on, leaving his mother with the responsibility of raising him alone. These were perhaps some of the squalid moments the family has had to overcome.
Actually, I stopped going for the therapy because for now I can't afford that money, because it was like 600. And even once per week, it's a problem for me, because now the dad was the sole breadwinner and he passed on.
Through friends and relatives, Quincy's mother has been able to bring up the family with minimal constraints. She has ensured that the other children give Quincy love and support.
I just put my trust in God. He has been there for me. Ever since my husband passed on, God has been there for me. My family has been there for me. My friends and my late husband's friends, they have been always there for me. So there's a time, it reaches a time I'm like, no, I'm between a hard place and a rock. And I say, no, there's a friend to my husband whom I think can help. So anytime I call them, they're ready and willing to help. Yeah.
Schooling was a little complicated to begin since most schools turned down his admission because of his condition. Fortunately, through a friend, his mother was informed of a school in the neighborhood where Quincy could go and learn.
Before the father passed on, we really looked for a school because the doctors at Kenyatta told us we should take him to a normal school. We looked for a school all over Kawangware, but unfortunately, there was no school that was willing to admit him. Because one, he's hyper, and the teachers cannot contain him. And then two, he has tantrums. So when he begins throwing those tantrums of his, it is really hard to calm him down. Then the auntie to his dad called me and told me there is a school known as Humanitarian, and a friend of mine has a child who has special needs, and she takes that kid to that school. Can you please go and try? So I went. That was in 2015, in May. That is second term. I went with the boy, and the teacher told me, "Oh, it's okay. You can start. He can start coming to school." So that is when Quincy started going to school, Humanitarian Education Center.
Taking care of Quincy without a stable source of income has posed a lot of challenges to Quincy's mother.
It is very difficult considering raising him alone, very hard, because maybe during the weekends you want to go somewhere. Sometimes I want to go to Gikomba. I take some clothes there, I come and sell to people. Then it becomes hard because leaving him with the sister, it is a very big challenge. When you come back, believe you me, you'll get a very big mess. At least when you're around, it's better. He can just get lost. That is my main worry, because he can go to the road, he can be hit by a vehicle because he doesn't look, because when he wants to cross, he'll just cross. To him, he doesn't know you have to look left, right, and no. To him, it's like when I'm going, I'm gone, and I'll just cross.
Following her experience, Sharon calls upon the government to increase the number of special needs schools in order to increase the chances of able differently children to be educated.
I would like to appeal to the government of Kenya to build more schools for the disabled children. I know there are schools, but they're not enough, because there are people from different parts of the country, but unfortunately they can't access like schools, like hospitals. There are so many hospitals, let me say that, like those people who are living in a country. It's unfortunate that they can't go get therapy. So the government should really consider the disabled, like building schools and equipping the hospitals, like employing more people to do therapies for the people, especially those who live in up country.
In the quote of the day, we look at the saying that goes, learn how to treasure those people who exert effort just to make you feel important, because ignoring them is not their loss, it's yours. What do you think?
For me, I think you should learn to take everything positive in life. People might be exerting a lot of pressure, maybe your colleagues at home, friends, because you are performing something which is very good, or maybe you are doing something which is not appreciative to them. But because they are exerting that pressure to you, you should learn to embrace them in everything that you do. You should learn from them whatever they are doing, because everything comes in challenges, and we should learn from these challenges so that we may be able at one point in life to be able to have success in life. So never forget your friend because it's just exerting so much pressure in you, but should learn always to appreciate him or her in everything that you do, because in one point or the other, you cannot live in this world alone. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back. Don't go too far.
Keep moving, keep marching on. Keep moving, keep marching on.
Welcome back. And if you have just joined us, then you are watching Able Differently. Lucy Awino survived a fire accident which left her with 45% burns. Since then, her life has been full of challenges, but she feels that they are making her stronger. Take a look.
I got an accident when I was 9 years old. Our house got fire when I was in the house. I was with my siblings, so they took me outside, but it had already happened.
She was born the third born in a family of 4. When Lucy attained the age of 9, she was involved in a fire accident that left her with 45% of burns. She spent close to a year in hospital with doctors trying their best to help her recover.
I was taken to the hospital. I stayed for 9 months in the hospital, and I came back. Since the burns were severe, so I had to stay in the hospital for long. And after there, I just came in the hospital and I recovered at home. I recovered at home.
Her big sister remembers that fateful day that Lucy got burnt like it was yesterday.
Kulikuwa na shida kidogo kwa nyumba. Kati ya mama na huyo mbaba na baba yetu. Sasa I think wakati walikuwa wanapigana, kitambo kulikuwa na ile stove ya pressure. Ambapo siku hizi hakuna. Sasa sijui huyo mama alikuwa amefanyaje hiyo stove. Na mali mafuta inaendanga ndio moto pia inafuata ya hiyo stove, na mtoto alikuwa analala hapa. Sasa cautions tulikuwa na zile za crippling za kitambo. Sasa ndio zikamshikilia. Ndio ilikosa.
Lucy joined a school where teachers treated her well and helped her cope with any rising challenges.
In primary school, I was in a private school, and those teachers there were very caring. They couldn't want anyone to interfere with anybody. I was not in a special school. I was just in a normal private school where I went.
She considers herself as a regular in spite of a few challenges that she faces on a day-to-day basis.
For myself, I like doing the job that I do, but sometimes you see those people whom you are working with, sometimes I told you that not everybody will be understanding you. Some people will be like, you see where people are not born equally, so you'll see them, at times they laugh, but I've told you that I have to undergo those challenges. I don't always see them as something normal. So they do it, but me, I assume them. But somebody finds you working for the first time, she looks at you, or oh my goodness, but you unajifanya ni kama uoni.
Upon finishing high school, she made job seeking a full-time activity, which came with its fair share of challenges also.
My family, especially my sister whom I'm staying with, you see, when I had to complete my Form 4, we walked all around when we were looking for a job, because every office that I was going to, they could not offer me a job. So my sister was even there to give them money so that they can give me a job, but they could not give me. So we had to look for, she looked for someone whom she knows very well. So when she went to her and told her my sister has done exams like this, people were seeing me, but they could ask me, oh, can you work? The way you see you, can you work? So somebody just tells you, I'll call you to come and do such a job, but you'll wait for the calls and you'll never see the calling. So my sister she phoned one of her friends She talked to her. She told her, my sister needs a job. Can you offer her a job? So the person was so very much sympathetic for my sister. She had to struggle for us and get us a job. So that's where I've been working since 2014.
In the near future, Lucy hopes to be a wife and bring up her own family.
I have the desire to have my own family, and I know that one day, one time, I'll have to own my own family.
Lucy had a word of encouragement for the people who are able differently, who might be losing hope.
I tell them that they just move on with their lives, because when they hold anything from someone, God cannot open for them other ways. You just need to forgive and let everything go.
Being able differently has not stopped Lucy from helping out with house chores.
I can do anything like a normal person, just like a person who has got 2 hands. I can do anything from mopping to washing clothes to cooking, from everything I can do. Everything that somebody can do, I can do.
Accepting her new life has played a key role in ensuring that she is healed.
I don't always remember it. I had to move on with my life because it had happened and there's nothing that can change it again.
Keep moving, keep marching on.
Until Felix was born, parenthood was a task that his parents had grown used to.
Kwa majina naitwa Joyce Undisa. Mimi niko na mume na watoto 4. Na mtoto wangu wa kwanza ako form 1. Wa pili ako class 5. Na wa tatu ni huyu Felix Opesa. Nimebeba. Alafu wa 4 ni huyu mdogo ako na 5 years kwa nursery.
Felix, the third born in his family, was born with a rare condition that started as clubfoot and later became worse.
Alizaliwa 2006 mwezi wa 8, na wakati nilijifungua alikuwa na clubfoot. Sasa nilimzalia usi na kaonekana akaona clubfoot miguu zote mbili. Sasa kutoka hapo nilianza kumpeleka Kenyatta National Hospital. Na Kenyatta nilimpeleka akiwa na 3 days. Nikaambiwa awekewe plaster, miguu zirekebike. Kwa hivyo aliwekewa plaster for 1 year Kenyatta, lakini hazikumeki.
As parents, they tried all possible ways to seek treatment, but they were constrained financially.
Kutoka hapo nilichange hospitali, nikaanza kwenda APDK, lakini APDK sikuenda huko kwa muda mrefu. Karibu tu miezi 3 hivi na nikawacha. Nikaanza kwenda Mbagathi. Mbagathi nilimpeleka for 1 year. Bado miguu haikurudi. Ndio alikuwa anawekewa bado plaster. Sasa ikaonekana badala ya kurudi hizo plaster zinamuaffect spinal cord. Wakaachana nazo.
Felix's care posed a challenge to the family due to his constant need of care. This made his mother to quit her job to fully concentrate on his care.
Bali ndio imekuwa mrefu kwa sababu nimejaribu kutembea hospitali nyingi sana hapa Nairobi, hata mashambani. Nikitafuta vile anaweza tembea, at least akitembea na mimi niweze kutafuta hata kibarua nifanye, tusaidiane na mzee vile tutasomesha hawa watoto. Lakini kaonekana sasa imekuwa ngumu, imekuwa mzigo. Ndio imekuwa mzigo kwangu kwa sababu siwezi toka nimwache, na nimejaribu kutembea kwa miaka nyingi. Sasa yako na miaka 9. Na hata ni bado naendelea tu kutembea, nikisikia mahali watu wako watoto walemavu mimi naenda hapo nikitafuta usaidizi, lakini sijaipata. Sasa safari yake imekuwa mrefu na imekuwa mzigo kwangu kwa sababu siwezi pata chance ya kwenda kufanya kibarua mahali. Juu nikitaka kwenda mahali inabidi nimfunge mikono, nimfunge miguu, juu ya kujiumiza, anajigonga kichwa. Na akigonga sana kichwa inafura, hata masikio inafura, inafika mahali inatoa damu. Sasa unapata uwezi achia mtu.
Undisa says Felix is a special child and he has special challenges.
Changamoto zangu kwa Felix unajua sasa inafika mahali na angalia choo yake si mtu anaweza jipeleka choo. Inabidi ajiende kwa manguo. Sasa ile changamoto napitia ni ile ya kushinda hapo umefua. ni choo ya mtoto na ni mtoto mkubwa mwenye anafaa ajue kwenda choo ama kujikalisha kwa poti, lakini inabidi nifue hiyo choo yake. Sasa inakuanga changamoto kwangu sana. Felix akilala, huwezi lala ati ukiwa comfortable umelala. Juu akishtuka tu kwa usingizi aamke, yeye anaanzanga tu kujigonga kichwa. Anagonga kabisa. Hata kama ni kwa kitanda alikuwa amelala, inabidi atafute frame ya kitanda agongange hiyo kichwa kwa kitanda. Sasa unapata usiku hata uwezi lala ukiwa comfortable, unalala tu ukiwa macho usikize labda ameamka ama anafanya nini. Na akizidi sana inabidi tufunge usiku mikono, tushikanishe na miguu alale kama tumemfunga. Unaona yeye hawezi kuwa comfortable. Sasa inabidi alale kama amefungwa. Sasa inabaki kwa changamoto kwangu juu unashindwa sasa mtoto atalala aje kama amefungwa.
His schooling started off well, but due to his condition not improving, Felix had to deter.
2010 ndio nikapatana na huyu mzungu mwenye alikuwa amefungwa shule. Kumchukua akampeleka Kijabe hospital. Kijabe hapo ndio alifanywa surgery ya miguu. Kufanywa surgery ya miguu wakarekebisha zikakuja sawa. Ilikuwa 2010 mwezi wa 5. Sasa nikatoka huko nikarudi hapa. Sasa kwa hiyo shule nimekuwa nikimpeleka for 4 years. Lakini hakutembea, hakuongea. Ikabidi atolewe huko. Nikarudi naye kwa nyumba, tukakaa naye kwa nyumba.
With autism, one requires a special diet which is expensive for his parents to afford. This forces them to give him an alternative.
Chakula Felix anatumia. Felix atumii vyakula zote. Unapata saa zingine vyakula zenye anatumia hakuna pesa ya kununua. Inabidi nichukue zile zenye zimekatazwa nimpatie, na nikishampatia hizo zinamuaffect tena. Kwa sababu vitu kama zile ziko na wheat Felix hafai kutumia. Vitu kama maziwa Felix hafai kutumia. Sasa inabaki changamoto kwangu kwa sababu saa zingine unapata vyakula zenye ameandikiwa atumie, mimi mwenyewe sina na siwezi nunua. Kama kuna wakati nilipeleka hospitali nikaambiwa nitafute maziwa ya mbuzi. Hiyo hakika ilinisumbua kwa akili, nikasema sasa maziwa ya mbuzi mimi nitaenda kukamua mbuzi wapi? Na mimi sijai kutana na mahali mtu anasema anauza maziwa ya mbuzi. Sasa hiyo ilibaki ikiwa changamoto kwangu sana.
The neighbors here have given the family nothing but support in every way.
Kama majirani wako hapa wenye unaona wako hapa wanafua, wanampenda. Saa zingine nikiwa nimekaa hapa, labda niko na kazi mingi, nimemfunga mikono, napata mmoja amekuja amesema badala ya kufunga mikono na nimekaa hapa, lete tukae naye hapa kwa mlango, umalize kufua alafu mchukue. Sasa sijaiona kama wakiwa na jambo lolote ama kumchukia ama kumdharau, hapana, wanampenda hata hao.
Undisa draws her motivation from her son.
Kitu ya kwanza, Felix ni mtoto wangu kijana wa pekee. Sina kijana mwingine. Kuna wasichana 3 na yeye ni kijana peke yake. Sasa huwa ananipea motisha kwa sababu nikiangalia naona huyu ni kijana wangu mmoja tu, najipa tu nguvu, na nikiangalia huko nje naona watoto ni wengi wale wamelema, na unapata wengine hata wako zaidi kushinda hata Felix. Hata afadhali Felix nikiona anakaa hivi ananipea moyo. Naona kweli kama anaweza kaa hivi hata kutembea atafanya nini, atatembea. Nikiangalia wengine huko nje wamelala, hawezi fanya kitu, lakini nikiangalia yeye naona at least anaweza inua mkono yake juu, ananipea morali ya kumlea, na najivunia yeye kwa sababu ni mtoto wangu waku nilimzaa, najivunia sana kuwa na yeye.
Her advice to parents and guardians whose children live with disability is:
mimi ile naweza ambia wazazi wengine wale wako na watoto walemavu wapende hao watoto, kwa sababu hao watoto ni Mungu ametupea. Sasa wapende hao watoto na wafurahie. Hii ni maumbile ya Mungu na kazi ya Mungu huwezi idharau. Kwa hiyo wapende, wasiwafiche kwa manyumba, watoe watoto nje. Juu kuna wengine most of the time mtu anaficha mtoto kwa nyumba, hawezi mtoa nje. Anaona akitoa nje atachekelewa. Lakini mimi ile naweza waambia wasifiche watoto, watoe watoto wao nje, at least watoto waonekane huku nje. Juu hata ukificha kwa nyumba hata mtu angesaidia mtoto huwezi pata. Lakini ukitoa mtoto nje, kuna yule anaweza kuwa na roho ya kusaidia mtoto na asaidia mtoto. Kwa hiyo mimi naweza waambia wasifiche watoto wao na wasiweke watoto kwa manyumba, watoe watoto wao nje. Hao watoto wako tu kama watoto wengine.
Well, people, that's all the time we had today for the show. Be sure to join us again next week.
And on behalf of the team that made this program a success, we wish you all the best in your endeavors. Do join us and interact with us on our Facebook page, that is Able Differently. I've been your host, Ruth Moeni.
And I am John Morioki.
Bye-bye.
You make me smile every day. Woman, you're my happiness, my loveliness. Kwawe bubu, kwangu mahabubu. Your beautiful eyes, shake your body till morning light. Japo sipati neno lako, ishara yaonyesha mapenzi.